Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Friday, the 3rd of January 2024. We'll start with looking at the synoptic at midnight last night, and we can see some kind of ridge of high pressure building over the country. And if we take that through to lunchtime today, it's pretty much there, giving us nice clear skies. Very, very cold out there on the airfield today, but it'll be light winds and no cloud. It should be a great day's flying. So we'll get out there as soon as we can and make a start. If we run this through midnight tonight and into tomorrow, you can see that high pressure is starting to subside a little bit. There's a low pressure out in the Atlantic starting to move in, and that's, I think, going to dominate over the weekend. As we can see, midnight Saturday through into Sunday, there's a whole series of fronts about to come and disrupt the good weather that we're going to have today. So the SATPIC, you can see clear skies over much of England, which is great given that we had lots of fog for 7 or 8 days prior to this. They did have a good day yesterday, but prior to that it wasn't very good for about 8 days. Rain radar then showing a little bit of rain up to the north out in the North Sea, a little bit coming down through the Irish Sea and into sort of the Cheshire Gap. That's pretty much about it for rain for the UK today. And if you look at the forecast, rain will run that through throughout the day. There's very little on the map to worry about. TAFs then, Odium still doesn't have a TAF. I've just updated that. Their METAR is showing 2406 knots, greater than 10k visibility, with no clouds. Temperature -1, dew point -4, pressure 1024. At Farnborough, their actuals at the moment with their METAR 2405 knots, greater than 10k visibility with no clouds, -4 and -5 for the temperature and dew point, pressure the same as Odium. At 1024, they do have a TAF. They're forecasting 2705 knots, greater than 10k visibility, with few at 4,500 feet. That's pretty much it from them. 1,000-foot winds to the north, 290 degrees, 20 knots. To the south, 360 degrees, 10 knots. And windy is giving us, right at this moment, 6 knots from the west. And if we run that through till about the end of the afternoon, 4 o'clock there, it's dying down a couple of knots, but still from the west. The local forecast showing that same decline in the wind strength, but staying westerly pretty much all day. And excuse me, and showing a sunny day throughout, with virtually no chance of rain. But the temperature is maximum of about 3 degrees centigrade. It is going to be cold out on the airfield today. GFS are suggesting lunchtime temperature of about 4 centigrade with the dew point down about -1. Currently here at Lasham we have -4 and the dew point of -6. The camera on the south side, looking across the airfield towards the north, shows nice clear blue skies. SkySight are showing something similar in terms of the 0 degree sort of isotherm. It's pretty cold today, and virtually no cloud all day. And top meteo, virtually nothing on their map. If we zoom into Lasham and just run that through, there's no weather to affect us at all really until after dark. No TAMs then, there's a few to go through this morning. 5 down towards the south coast is Goodwood. It's air traffic times. They're changing and they're starting to get longer and longer as we get into January. Number 10, Oakhanger is a restricted area. That's for UASs only. 11 is Winchester live firing. The height of the danger area has gone up a little bit. Imber danger area Delta 123 at 12 there is active. Underneath the 15, you can see there 14. It's if you want information on Delta 123, 124, 125, 126, and 128. It's not available from Salisbury. you'd have to go via London, and the frequency is within the NOTAM. 15 itself is Larkhill Delta 125 is active today, and 16 and 17 are Butterfield and Welford. Restricted areas, which are temporary. Again, it's for UASs. It's an exclusion for UASs, so nothing to worry about for us. If we move on then to the local airfield briefing, we'll start with the usual ODM cross-section. You can see a nice clear cross-section there, showing the sub-zero layer down at well, up until about 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning, and then it's going to start to warm up as the sun gets underground. And the temperature should get up to about +2, +3 centigrade today. Not much by the way of winds, westerly 2807 knots throughout the day. So it should be a lovely day out there. Booking wise, there's a couple of K21s for booked instructional flying. There's a K21, sorry, two K21s booked by club members today. There's a K21 on the casual list. There's availability on SH2, 4 and 6. The other single seaters are booked up. And there's 4 people on the casual list plus 2 instructors, which is great to see. Thank you very much for those instructors for turning up. Simulator is available as per normal. Church notices, the usual SPL deadline, that's going to be in there for the coming months to remind all those that haven't done it yet to get it done. Movements wise, there's nothing to report, and the airfield itself, the general situation is a ridge high pressure building from the west. Light winds and clear skies. It's going to be cold on the airfield. Runway 27 hard for launching. Cables on the boom to the south today. And landing on the grass 27, which has been wet recently. It's the going is soft to firm. Avoid using wheel brakes unless it's absolutely necessary. And just a reminder that the grass at the south end of the airfield at the thresholds of 05 and 34 is basically out of bounds. It's saturated. Do not land or taxi on the disused runways shown in red on the next slide. And please clean your gliders at Caesar Play. So here's the setup for today. The launch point vehicle will be just to the north centre line with area towing off the hard to the north edge of the runway, and winch launching off the hard to the south edge of the runway. Wind is going to be pretty much down the strip all day, and that's about it from me. Have a great day's flying out there. I'm going to be in the motor glide with Barry for the first couple of hours, but then I'll be running the airfield thereafter. Until then, Chris Mannon's going to look after it, and please give him all the support that he deserves. Thanks very much for today. I shall see you out in airfield.